For 55 minutes, we got the bad Nick Foles. And then the power of the Shrine. The power of the Shrine. Nick Foles to Golden Tate on 4th down. And then Cody Parkey. Off the left upright. I'm still shaking. Eagles win it. They survive a thriller. It's off to New Orleans. Bearing down. Overcoming the odds again. Again. Eagles do it. Again, baby.
Again, yes.
Philly 500 is here. I'm Adrian Fetchu. Let's go.
We did it, man. You got your Foles jersey. I got my Foles jersey right here. This jersey is safe and secure. And I will have a Mitch Trubisky jersey coming that I will just totally abuse for a year. What a game. What a game. I knew the Eagles would pull this out. I knew it. I had all the confidence in the world that they would get it done, and they did. What a game.
I'm exhausted. Whew. Another week. You know, it's the Windy City, and now the Eagles, they're flying southeast on to New Orleans now. You know they're going to be a huge underdog again. I can't believe it. This is unreal.
And let me tell you something. They go to L.A. They win. They go beat the Texans. They go into Chicago and win. Do not for a second anybody out there think they cannot go into New Orleans and remember what they did and not win. This team is magical. It's real. The magic's real. And we're just getting started. I believe that.
I can't believe it. I mean, I said it. Cody Parkey was going to miss it at the
I love it.
He's been doing it all season long.
I had a feeling he was going to miss this.
In a game like this, like game of inches really came into play here. Game of inches, because God forbid if Wendell Smallwood, if that would have backfired, because he was in. I know Chris Collinsworth said it. Yeah, all the Eagles fans are going to think he was in. But by God, that ball broke the plane.
That ball broke the plane,
yeah,
dude.
And
that was a 2-point conversion.
In the ass, I would have been really pissed off about.
Well, and what about the one play? I'm sorry, I'm going to interrupt you. Just the one play where they're trying to act like it's a catch and it was a fumble. And, like, you should just freeze the ball. And, you know what I mean? It wasn't a catch, dude. That ball was moving the whole time. I don't even understand what they were talking about. It was an incompletion. But they kept showing it and talking and showing it. It was annoying.
And that's the difference between the opportunistic Bears defense and our defense right now, because, they got guys like Roquan Smith. I mean, that was a fantastic play on Wendell Smallwood. Game of inches, man. You throw that pass just a little bit behind, slightly behind, and he's able to pick that off. Yeah. That unfortunate interception in the end zone. Four defenders were there. But, he really bounced back, Nick Foles, in the second half. They scored the touchdown, 5:20 left in the third quarter. So they're finally able to muster the ball, get it down the field, and not commit the turnovers. They finally got the methodical efficiency that I was looking for pretty much all game long, and they finally got it, in the last 20 minutes. They really got it going. And Foles got some key, third down conversions. By the power of the Shrine.
Power of the Shrine. Look, the series before the game-winning drive, Foles looked like he was starting to come apart a little bit. He missed some bad throws. Third down, he missed the guy. I think it was Goddard. It might have been Ertz. I don't know. But on that out, he misses him. But he goes to the sideline. He calms down. He comes back in, and he goes down, and he does what he does when it matters the most. And I got to say, I thought the way they handled the first and goal down there at the 2, run twice, make them use 2 timeouts, kill clock. I thought actually Chicago made a mistake by letting the first time when we went down there, they let the clock run all the way down before they called timeout. They should have called timeout then. But I loved how they ran on first, ran on second, made them use it. And then you had 2 downs to try to get the touchdown. And then, of course, you get it to Golden Tate on 4th down. Dude, this is one of those games that you'll remember a long, long time. To me, this is a revenge for the Fog Bowl. It's for me. That's how I feel.
Yeah. And you think back, to the lead up of the game, and you talk about some of the things to look out for in this game, because you knew it was going to be tough to move the ball. I mean, it's the best defense in the NFL, but I talked about it. Some mismatches you could get in the slot. Dallas Goedert on the touchdown, Golden Tate on Sherrick McManus on the 4th and goal. I mean, they took advantage of some of these things.
They did.
It's just the smallest of weaknesses that Doug Peterson took advantage of.
Yeah, I mean, it was just enough. And look, I'm going to give the Bears a lot of credit.
They were, this was an unbelievable football game.
It was a great football game. It could have gone either way.
This was worthy of an all-timer.
Yeah, I mean that defense is nasty. It's tough. And you got to give Trubisky, I mean, even though he should have had a lot of interceptions, especially early in the game, when it mattered in the fourth quarter, he played, man. He got him in position to win the game. So I have nothing but respect for the Bears, for their fans. And I know my man Josh from Sports Story, shout out to him. I know he's hurting, but send me that damn Trubisky jersey, because all of us Eagle fans, we are going to enjoy it. We are going to enjoy it all year long. Cody Parkey double moonwalk. Yes, let me tell you something about that field goal. When that kick went up and hit the crossbar, I thought it hit the crossbar and went in. I wasn't sure. So I'm like looking, and then as soon as I saw the ref go like this, I lost it, dude.
We're going on too soon after the game for me. I'm like still trapped in the moment.
Oh my god, dude! I'm just like
I'm still shaking. Like my hands, you can see it. My hands are shaking. This is unbelievable.
I got to do this video. Then I got to do probably cigar video. I got to do.
You know what the crazy thing is?
Crazy.
You know what the crazy thing is? Like Nick Foles played. I'm not going to say. That was poor to say the bad Nick Foles showed. I shouldn't have said that, because this was a tough Bears defense. He made a couple mistakes, and when it was really that gut check time, you knew he was going to come through.
Yeah.
You knew he was going to go down the field.
Well, in my stream,
get a touchdown.
Yeah. Well, in my stream, there was 8 minutes left, and people were saying after the touchdown, "We're done. It's over." I'm like, it ain't over. There's so much time in this game, and we just needed to get the ball back. And once we got the ball back, that was a horrible punt, by the way. It gave the Eagles the ball at the 40, I think.
Yeah.
And the whole game, the Eagles were starting like inside their 20 every time, it seemed. And that was big too, because I don't think we had as much of the field to go. And Foles came up big, man. It did the thing.
Yeah, and Goddard, kind of had a sneaky good game.
He did.
Had a touchdown, and on that final drive, I love that little play call. The
little triple screen.
The triple screen. And Goddard just bouncing off.
Triple screen on the yes. That's what
triple screen on the yes. Double move.
I'm so pumped, man. Oh. This game. I just felt like Cody Parkey was going to miss it. I remember Cody Parkey. I hated Cody Parkey. I just felt like he's going to miss this. He's going to miss it.
The NFL missed field goals, doesn't he?
Yeah, I don't know. But,
that's why that was that was my prediction. I said the Eagles.
I'm getting
missed the field goal.
I'm getting notifications that I guess Brandon Graham thanked Cody Parkey on Twitter for missing the field goal.
Man, that is a burn. Oh,
how good do you think Alshon Jeffery feels right now?
He was unbelievable.
He was. He
came down with some big third. Dude, they did come down with some big third downs.
They
weren't running the ball. And that's why it was, that's why I shouldn't have said the bad Nick Foles.
Yeah.
5 minutes. They had a lot of 3rd and 8s because the running game wasn't getting going.
Yeah. And
he was converting some of them. I mean, Golden Tate had some conversions. Nelson Aguilar had some. And then you talked about Alshon Jeffery. He was unbelievable in his return to Chicago. They just found a way to.
Yeah. Ertz had a big, I don't know if it was a third down. He had a big catch. Like, he had to kind of go back and up for it over the middle of the field. There was like 3 Bears around him in that last drive. It was a huge first down catch. Look, they're Super Bowl champions. They've been in this position on the biggest stage. They know what to do. That's what gives me confidence in this team going forward. I mean, obviously, Drew Brees has been there too, so this is going to be one hell of a game. But that's it, man. We put the Bears away. It's business today, just business.
Oh, All right, let's run down the stats. Nick Foles, 25 of 40, 266 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, quarterback rating of 77.7. But as you can see, it was a struggle out there against obviously the best defense in the NFL, and trouble running the ball. I mean, they're running the ball to just run the ball, basically.
Just to keep them honest. Yeah.
Yeah. So 23 total carries for 42 yards. Darren Sproles led the way with 13 carries, only 21 yards. And then Wendell Smallwood, 8 for 20. So just nothing in the run game. Alshon Jeffery led the way in the receiving game, 6 for 82 on 9 targets. Zach Ertz, 5 for 52. Golden Tate, 5 for 46. So there you go. And then Aguilar, 3 for 32. Boom.
Beautiful. I'm just like, whoa. Oh, man, just like, wow. Oh. This team just doesn't die. They don't die, man. They don't die. You're right. You just got to catch your breath in this one. Sometimes game of football is just inches, a game of inches, and it's literally that.
But that's the title of this show.
I mean, my God, that kick just a little bit to the right. That's good. I swear, I thought it was going to hit and go in. Because when it was going up, I'm like, oh, he got it. And then I'm like, I seen it curve. Then it hits, and I'm like, oh, my God, it hit and went in. And then I saw the ref do this, and I was like, I flipped out.
So on the Bears side, Mitchell Trubisky, I thought Trubisky played pretty well, considering the circumstances for him being in his second season. So first playoff game, 26 of 43, 303 yards. Touchdown. Didn't have an interception. They could have had a couple interceptions, but that's the difference between the Bears defense and the Eagles. I don't know if I said that earlier in the show or not, but the Bears capitalize on those opportunities, even if they're limited. They capitalize. They got the turnovers from Nick Foles and Vontae Maddox, who was getting beat in this game. Double moves, they were exploiting him, so that now there's like a blueprint out on Avante, so he's got to adjust now. But double moves on him, and for the most part, Trubisky I thought played well.
Yeah, and hey, everybody here, please like and subscribe to the Bitterbirds channel. Make sure to like; it helps the algorithm. And just want to thank everybody for being here. I thought Trubisky was good. I thought early on, the Eagles. I thought he got away with a couple interceptions. Like Avonte Maddox early, he had a pick. If he catches the first one, it's a pick 6, but it was like a little high. Then the one on the sideline, if he doesn't bobble and just holds on the ball, it's an interception. And then the Trey Sullivan in the end zone at the end of the half. But in the fourth quarter, Trubisky, they found something on Avonte Maddox, and they were able to exploit it. And it really pissed me off that in the last drive, they were able to do it again, and he was wide open. How do you get that wide open at that point in the game? I think that this is where I don't like Schwartz. You have a quarterback, first time in the playoffs. You don't blitz. You don't bring pressure. I don't agree with that. I believe bring pressure. Jim Johnson would have had so many sophisticated blitzes that Trubisky never saw that would have bothered him the whole game. And that's the one thing I'll never get over Schwartz's his scheme. I just won't like it ever.
Yeah, and that was something that the Bears and Matt Nagy kept going back to was Avonte Maddox and Allen Robinson down the right sideline. And Avonte, he can be comfortable in off coverage, but the times that he was beaten today, he played a little closer to the line, and he beaten immediately off the line. And that's his weakness dating back to college. And he was getting beat, and he was getting beat a lot in the second half once they really figured out what the weakness was. And this sucks because the Saints are going to see this now.
Sean Payton is looking at that.
So, this is something they got to fix. Because I thought Avonte played well. Besides late in the third quarter and the fourth quarter. Besides that, I thought he was tremendous. And then you look at the other guys, Rasul Douglas and Kevon LeBlanc. I mean, the tackling.
The way LeBlanc, I think it was LeBlanc that knocked that ball out. They kept. I mean, that was such a huge play in the game.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And I got to credit Trubisky on a couple throws.
Yeah.
There was a 3rd and 11 where late in the game where they converted and did it lead to the touchdown or field goal or whatever it was? God, yeah. See, I'm just still in the moment. I can't even remember what happened in the game. But there was another big play where they got a stop. There was a 3rd and 5. They got a tackle from LeBlanc, and then Bennett with the unnecessary roughness, and then right after that, Trubisky hits Cohen down the left seam with a beautiful throw. And that's something that you saw, man. If you were putting the ball down the seams, you were taking a shot. Both of the defense were hitting today, man. This was the 1980s type of playoff. This is the type of stuff that I relish.
Yeah, this is football. Yeah, I like this too. I like this defensive struggles, where 1 or 2 or maybe 3 big plays down the field could make the difference of the game. I'm old school like that too. And I thought this was a great game. You're right, though, on that 2-point conversion. I thought Smallwood was in, and that could have cost us if they make that field goal.
Yeah.
I thought he broke the plane. I liked that they did that. They faked the Philly special. I thought that was great.
It's creative.
Yeah, it was very creative.
Could have worked.
And dude, we live to play another week. Oh my God, what a season! Like, with all the ups and downs and craziness, there is not a team that I would be more scared of than the Eagles right now. Not a team. Not a team.
I mean, all the build-up leading into the week, dude, I'm telling you, man, a lot of Bears fans thought this was going to be a blowout. And I tried warning them. I knew it was going to be close. I mean, I had a 1-point victory, and, Cody Parkey, you had to get him at the horn missing. But they thought they were going to just steamroll the Eagles, and that didn't happen at all. I mean, this was a back-and-forth struggle.
Yeah.
Fletcher Cox said, in the week, he's like, talking about the Bears, we're going to be the better defense today.
Yeah. Well, in the end, they were. They gave up less points.
Yeah.
I got a few Bears fans who were like, congratulations. There was some in my stream, and they, you know what I mean? So, man, I'm loving this, man. I'm on cloud 9 right now. And I hope the Eagles take it personal, that beating that they took from New Orleans. I hope that they watch that game again and it bothers them, because they should be pissed off going into that game against the Saints.
And this is a different Eagles team. A completely different Eagles team, because back then they were basically going after, God, who was it? Rasul Douglas and just the rest of the clowns in the secondary, whoever the hell was in there.
Yeah.
Devontae Bosby and company. Yeah. And now, ever since, Avonte Maddox has emerged, you got this little trio of Maddox, LeBlanc, and Douglas, and they're holding it down. And you're getting penetration from the defensive line, which, at times wasn't really getting there today. It was kind of in the first half. I thought it could have been better in the second half. But the secondary, I thought, really held it down, and it was making the tackles short of the sticks. That's key for these quarterbacks sometimes.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think it's well said. And the one thing on the other end of playing the Saints is that defense isn't as good as the Chicago Bears, so we should be able to move the ball. This is going to be an interesting game. I think that the Saints, at least their fans, are probably going to be very overconfident. And Dallas fans should be thanking their lucky stars, because we are giving them the Rams, which I think is a winnable game for them, because I don't know how good the Rams are right now. And they would have had to go to New Orleans. They ain't beating New Orleans. We are beating New Orleans.
It's gonna be a Eagles Dallas.
I hope we beat New Orleans. Could you imagine? Oh my God.
I think that's where this is going.
I think you're right. I think Dallas Eagles NFC Championship.
Yeah.
And then we beat them.
Jeez. And then kind of going back. Jeez.
I don't know, man. If we go and beat them in the NFC Championship game and go win the Super Bowl, I'm like, I don't know how much better it ever could get in sports ever again.
You can't.
Like it's kind of like could retire.
I think we retired last year. Like last year was just unbelievable. But the power of the shrine, it continues. Deliver glory and excellence for eternity.
This would be a bigger story if we won the whole thing than last year. It's a bigger Cinderella story.
Yes, because they're on the road.
Yeah, they're on the road, and they had to make it the last week. It'd be unbelievable.
It's where they were after 48-7, where they were getting spanked 48-7, where they weren't stopping the run, they weren't stopping the pass, they weren't running the ball, and they weren't moving the ball. So they were just doing everything completely wrong, and they've done a complete just 360, not a 180, a complete 360.
I know.
They went for going backwards, and now they're going forwards. I think they were scoring from weeks 12 to 17. It's third most points per game in the league. So the offense is getting going. They're going to be moving the ball next week. And this is going to be a heck of a matchup. But the Saints, they're not playing as well as they were. Again, I've been talking about this. The Cowboys might have laid the blueprint on how to beat the Saints. Got to look at the tape, and they're not really scoring the high 30s and the 40s anymore. It's kind of like high 20s, low 30s. So if you can go into New Orleans and put up 35, you got a shot. And that's all about Nick Foles, baby. Got to come out slinging.
Got to come out slinging, dude. But tonight, there's going to be plenty of New Orleans Saints talk. I am going to chill out and relax and enjoy this night, man.
Oh, yeah. I need to relax.
I'm going to have to watch this. I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight. Like last night, I did a video a couple hours before the game. I said a year ago I was nervous. I was up all night. Wasn't sure what Nick Foles we were going to get going into the playoffs. This year, I went to bed. I slept on my pillow. I wasn't nervous. I was I really believed in my heart we would win this game. I just felt like we would win. And now that we won, I'm like, I got to watch this game again. Yeah. I'm not going to be able to go to sleep. I have to rewatch this again.
And that's a great point you make. How calm you were. I was pretty calm.
Yeah.
You even though I was like, yeah, this is going to be a close game. It's that feeling of like they really shouldn't have made the playoffs. Where they were.
Yeah.
It was all right. Like you weren't supposed to get in, so it's a nothing to lose mentality.
Yeah. Like
you got a gift. You were given a gift. A great gift on Thanksgiving or Thanksgiving.
Giving a gift. Yeah, Christmas.
Today was Brady Christmas Eve.
Dude, and let me tell everybody out there, it's still eggnog time, yo.
Still eggnog time.
Got some.
For the Ukrainians out there.
For all my Ukrainians. I love the Ukrainians. Eggnog time, yo.
So
Merry Christmas.
Today was a crazy day because dude, so January 6th and 7th is Christmas Eve and Christmas for the Ukrainians out there, obviously. And I was dreading, like, hopefully, like, that this game wasn't going to be at 4:40, and it was at 4:40. And
yeah.
We have the dinner with the family, and by the time I got home, it was like 5:30, and I'm watching on the DVR, so I got to catch up, and I got to do the videos.
Yeah.
I was hoping the game was going to be at 1:00. And it wasn't.
Yeah, that was his last game. We had to wait, and I'm sure next week is a Sunday game too. I'm pretty sure that it's the last game.
Late game.
We're the late game again next week, so we're gonna have to. It's gonna be fun, man. This is gonna be a fun week. What a game.
I mean, like even if they lose next week, it's just like nothing. Like there's nothing to lose.
No, we have nothing to lose. All the pressure's on everybody else because look, this is a team that won a Super Bowl. The team that won a Super Bowl a year ago. If they lose, so what? They won last year. They're in the second round of the playoffs. It's all the pressure's on the Saints, on everybody else, in my opinion.
They're the ones who beat the Eagles 48-7.
Yeah, they're the ones. They're gonna have to beat them. They ain't beating the Eagles 40. This is gonna be a close game. New Orleans Saints fans better be ready. And let me tell you, the New Orleans Saints have not looked as great towards the end of the season as they have.
Feeling kind of okay about this.
Yeah, I feel good, man. And when we do our bitter dingbats, just for all you out there, we will be reviewing the Sports Fury video of them losing this game. My man Josh, shout out to you, buddy. But I'm going to be sending you my address for that Mitch Trubisky jersey.
God, poor Josh. Missing the horn.
Man,
Oh,
I'm gonna have to go back and watch his reaction.
that is gut-wrenching. That is gut-wrenching. Oh.
Yeah, I feel bad for him. I feel bad for the Bears fans away. I mean, I like I said the Bears would get to the playoffs in the spring, and it was nothing personal. It's all business today. Business.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of feel bad because they're the ones that put the Eagles in the playoffs. If they would have played the Vikings again, they would have kicked their double.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't even think about it. They're the reason we got in.
They're the reason why we got in.
Ended their season. That's how we thanked them.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
We thank them by a former Eagle boinking it off the post.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Can't make this stuff up.
You can't make this up. No. This is unbelievable.
The playoffs. And this was a playoffs, like a wild card weekend that really didn't live up. The games weren't that great.
No. Everybody was talking about how great it would be, but it wasn't.
And then this game was great.
This game was to me, this was the best game of the week.
This might be the best game of the entire playoffs.
Yeah, dude, you may be. I'm not kidding you. I would not be surprised, and I don't think it's ever happened where you have 2 6 seeds meet in the Super Bowl. Oh, could you imagine that?
Oh my God!
Because those Colts are good.
Yeah,
and I think they're going to beat the Chiefs.
And the Chiefs, man, because about Andy. I got a feeling that Patriots Chargers game is the AFC Championship.
Yeah. And I'll give Mitch Trubisky this. I mean, if you look at the quarterbacks who had their first start in the playoffs, right? Deshaun Watson didn't play good. Lamar Jackson didn't play good. Trubisky, for the first time, I thought he did really good. Yeah,
I agree. No, I mean, he had over 300 yards. He didn't throw an interception. That defense both defenses were unbelievable.
Yeah.
It was a struggle for literally every single yard. Every single one.
No.
You would get hit immediately. There was no missed tackles in this game. That's why I said this was like a slugfest from the 80s. This was Buddy Ryan. Ditka.
Yeah. Did you see the Ditka guy in the stands?
Yeah.
That guy was awesome.
The birds.
The birds. That's right. The Bears got double moonwalked in the ass.
Man, and something else I talked about coming in, just the littlest areas of weakness from the Bears defense was in the slot and maybe getting the screen game going. And there were a couple of screens that, they didn't break the screens, but they got a couple first downs. You look at Smallwood, was 2 for 20. He had a screen, I remember, that went for 20-something yards.
Yeah.
And then Sproles had a couple, 2 for 14.
I thought they should have used Sproles a little more in the past.
Yeah, I agree. I thought they would get more screens involved.
Yeah. Yeah, I would have liked to see them run like a wheel route with Sproles, a couple of screens, maybe put him like I was a little surprised they didn't use Sproles that much in that role.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you because I thought we were going to get more Darren Sproles. Like, that was one of my X factors coming into the game.
Yeah.
And he only had, 2 for 14. I would have thought he got involved more.
Yeah.
To break down the numbers further for Chicago, they didn't run the ball either. And, that's something I've talked about, too, with this defense. They, for the longest time, in yards per carry allowed, they were in the bottom 5.
Yeah.
That number was getting overlooked all year because they were in the top 5 in yards per carry or yards per game allowed on the ground.
Right.
Because, teams are just throwing the ball.
Yeah.
But the yards per carry was really bad. But it's been great recently. So Adrian Peterson last week, 4 carries for 0 yards. 18 total carries for 65 yards for this Bears team that tries to run the ball. But, really wasn't working today. 3 points yards per carry. Jordan Howard, 10 for 35. And Tariq Cohen pretty much held in check besides that kickoff.
Yeah, that kickoff was brutal.
Let us know because you made an interesting point before the show.
Well, yeah, that reminded me of the game. Man, this TV's too loud. That reminded me of the Saints-Eagles playoff game where Foles gives us the lead. The Eagles kick off to the Saints late in the fourth quarter. We get a face mask penalty, 15 yards. They go down and they kick the game-winning field goal. And that's what I was feeling when I saw Tariq Cohen break all those tackles. I'm like, oh, yeah, here we go again with that New Orleans game. But then when Cody Parkey was getting ready to kick it, I was like, I felt like he was gonna miss it. I just had that feeling.
You knew it.
I haven't liked Cody.
I was calling you all week.
Yeah, you did.
Park, you're gonna miss it, baby.
Yeah, you did. I mean, it's a big win, man. This is a giant win. And it was good to see Golden Tate get involved. I think they don't use Golden Tate downfield enough. I think I'd like to see more.
That one throw down the middle of the field.
We're just hung up there. Oh my God. I thought it was going to get picked, and then Tate goes up and gets a great catch. Yeah, it really was.
All right. Trying to think what else happened in the game. Dude, I'm so spent. I can't even think.
No, I know. I've been on my feet for 4 or 5 hours.
Let's take a look at the comments.
Let's talk to the people.
See what the people, I'm sure the people.
And everyone be sure to like and subscribe.
All right, there we go. I got it up. Got it up. That's what she said.
That's what she said.
All right, where are the comments? Where are they at? Why is it? Here we go. Ryan Quinn says Tate paid his 3rd round pick with those 2 big catches.
You ain't kidding, man. You ain't. How happy is Golden Tate right now to be on this team?
Wow. I mean, the 4th down, and to think that littlest weakness there on the Bears defense. Didn't care if Sheriff McManus. Bryce Callahan, their slot corner, got hurt in early December. Everywhere else, the Bears are stacked, and that littlest of weaknesses. And that's the difference in this football game. And a field goal.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of those games where the littlest thing is going to make the biggest difference. It really is.
David Campbell makes an interesting point. Guys, I'm a total believer in that icing the kicker now.
Yeah, I know. Me too, because he makes the first one, right? And they call it just in time. And then you're like, oh, my God, this guy's going to miss now. And he does. Yeah, it's true.
Unbelievable. Tacos says Nick Foles is clutch. Nick Foles might be the clutchest quarterback in the NFL at the moment. Besides,
he is.
Brady, he's the clutchest.
Look. I mean, Foles may not have the best arm, best feet, but Nick Foles is clutch. There's no doubt about it. He is clutch. He's clutch. I'm telling you, I knew on 4th down before the play snap, I was saying to people, they're going to score a touchdown. I believed he was going to throw the touchdown. Nick Foles is clutch. There's no question. That is his biggest strength about in his football is, and they were talking about there's going to be a trade market for him. You better believe there's going to be a trade market for Nick Foles.
Yeah, that's something we'll talk about after the season.
Yeah, after the season, obviously. But
I got an idea of what they can do, but we'll talk about it.
Yeah, I don't want to get into the
I don't.
Foles
I love Nick Foles. The shrine is out. The power of the shrine.
I know. They're showing it on NFL Network. Like, dude, I really wasn't sure that I was going in. Then you realize it's bounced. Oh my God! Did you realize it hit both bars?
And the
it
bottom,
hit the left and the bottom. I didn't even notice it hit the bottom. Oh my God, that could have bounced in. That was in game of inches. You're not kidding.
Dude, like what Nick Foles did there at the end is unbelievable. The best defense in the NFL. He didn't play his best game.
No.
Made some poor decisions. Yeah. But despite all of that, you see him take the field. Still cool, still calm. Nothing bothering him. Nothing at all.
Yeah.
And ever so slightly.
Yeah.
He goes right down the field. And they do it again.
Yeah.
He does it again.
Did you see his reaction on when they missed the field goal? He was just like, no problem. Like nothing. Like me, I could never be a quarterback. I'm like a linebacker because I have the end. Like I have so much. Like I'm all over. I have to celebrate and jump around. I just couldn't be that cool. Nick Foles is cool and collective. There's no question about it, man. My God,
it's unbelievable. EDP 445.
EDP.
EDP's in the building.
EDP is the good luck charm right here.
Dude, yeah. Yo,
that jersey.
ever since he's been wearing the yellow and the blue jersey, I told him, yo, deck out in the yellow, all the yellow you can. He's got some shoes now that he bought, I believe.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so he comments. He says, dude, no lie. Before that kick, when they froze him, my titties were hanging out, and I was shirtless. When they called timeout, I put the jersey on, and then he missed it. Good luck. Comment of the night.
Beautiful. That is great.
He's the reason why they won.
That's it. I believe it.
And the shrine. The power of the shrine. Power of the shrine. And then EDP putting his jersey back on.
Absolutely. Whew, man.
Oh, man. All right. Cheapskate Coin says, what do you guys think of that catch? That was a catch. That wasn't a catch.
I didn't think
the ref recovered.
I didn't think it was a catch because when he was going down, the ball was still moving, and LeBlanc, I think it was his hand, he was kind of pulling. The ball was kind of moving the whole time, I thought that was incomplete. I thought that was the right call. And then if you're going to call it a catch, I don't see how you could give it to the Bears. You know what I mean? Because there was only Eagles around that would have picked it up if they don't blow the whistle. So I thought it was incomplete.
Dude, I agree. That's how I feel about it. I agree. Let's see. It was not a catch. LeBlanc had his hand in there the whole time. All the players thought the same thing.
Yeah.
There you go.
But I flipped out during my screen because they showed a camera view like down on the field, and it looked like all the players, players and the Bear players were walking down the field to line up. And I'm like, what are they going to reverse? Are they really going to reverse this call? I would have lost my mind.
Yeah. I
was going to lose my mind.
Well, Fitzpatrick says, FedQ, I need Tums badly. I'm old. I can't take the stress. Dude, I wasn't like Adrian until maybe 20, 30 minutes in the show. I was like stuck in just a state of shock for the first 20 minutes of the show.
That's why I have this.
I was shaking. I couldn't believe what happened. Even though I called it, I still couldn't believe it happened. And they won the fucking game.
They won the game.
Oh, my God.
That's why
of the shrine.
I think I took 4 aspirins during this game. I have to keep my blood thin so I don't have a heart attack because this was a heart attack game. No doubt about it.
FedQ that Small would break the plane on the 2-point conversion. Yes. That was going to be a call, whether they called it a touchdown, whether they said it wasn't a touchdown. They weren't going to overturn.
I mean, I thought that ball crossed the plane. I thought he did the left, and I thought it was, but it is what it is.
You know how they're like, you know how they are, the officials. They play it safe, and they just keep the call on the field.
Yeah.
So,
I liked the call, though. I thought it was a gutsy call. I thought it was a good, nice fake out.
Yeah. Halifax Heat Pump says, how about the O-line containing Mac? Yeah, you know, that's a couple things. That's, you know, part of the game plan of getting the ball out quick. Nick Foles, the toughness to take shots. I mean, he took some shots tonight upon release.
Yeah.
And just the toughness of him. Thank God he stayed healthy for the whole game. And, you know, Jason Peters, I was really impressed with him.
Yeah, I mean, Matt got it going late in the fourth. I thought the drive before the game-winning drive, I thought that their pressure was starting to get the Eagles. Foles was you were worried they were coming undone at the seams, but they went on the sideline, they calmed down and got it going. I mean, I think they only had 1 sack on Foles the whole game. So, I mean, you got to give them credit. I think they did a pretty good job.
Let's see. Anything else?
I have a question for you while you read the comments. How big of a factor was Trey Burton not being able to play?
Ooh.
How much do you think that hurt the Bears offense?
Could have opened up the offense a little bit more.
A little bit more, yeah.
How Andy Reid and Doug Peterson and Nagy offenses are. They like to use the tight ends, and you know that's their tight end weapon.
Yeah.
Instead of that, they have Adam Shaheen. There's a drop off there. So yeah, I'm with you. I mean, Trey Burton. I mean, this was a game that honestly was so tight. Like that at the end of it, that was decided by a single point was because of a missed field goal.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you couldn't get a closer game than this. I mean, literally every single inch mattered, every single yard mattered, and the fourth and goal just. I love the game plan of Doug Peterson. I thought they attacked this Bears defense very well. I mean, they basically did what I thought they were going to do.
Right. I agree with you. I agree. And, two quality football teams, a good classic playoff game, and I mean, it could have gone either way. I give the Bears a lot of credit, and it's one of those things, man. It was just a great game.
I feel grateful that they didn't have a good kicker.
Yeah, me too. And this just continues to give this team confidence, and I just hope they remember, because I'm a big believer in remembering what a team did to you before. So I hope they remember what happened when the last time they were in New Orleans, because I'm sick of going down to New Orleans and losing. Like, I'm really getting tired of losing in New Orleans.
Yeah. So Tacos asked, how would you compare the Saints defense to the Bears? I think the Saints have an underrated defense, like, because you think about the Saints and you're like, yeah, they're known for their offense. They're known for Michael Thomas, Alvin Kamara, and just putting up points. And, there's kind of a misrepresentation there of what the defense is. And I think the defense is actually kind of good, kind of solid. It's got a pretty good line. I really like Sheldon Rankins.
I like their defensive line. I think they got a decent pass rush.
Cam Jordan is a beast. I love Sheldon Rankins. I love when he was coming out of Louisville. Then they got Marshawn Lattimore. So they've got a bunch of pieces. But they are not the Bears. The Bears, I mean, you catch the ball and you stop. It's like the Seahawks defense, Legion of Boom. You can't get a yak. You can't get yak on them.
Yeah.
That's why I like coming in. It's like this game was going to be won with methodical efficiency.
Yeah.
Every single yard was going to be tough, a struggle.
There's a slugfest, dude. This was a slugfest.
You can get some big plays on the Saints.
Yeah.
The Saints are also about creating turnovers, but the Saints aren't going to stop you right away like the Bears are. So
right.
That's the big difference. You can move the ball.
I agree. I agree. I think that if the Eagles can go into New Orleans and win, I don't think anybody's beating them, because I think if they're going to lose one game, this would be the game. If they win this game, they're going to win the whole thing. I believe that. I mean, I believe it anyways, but this is the one game where they gotta be really good.
Yeah. Pam ZZ says something really nice. Philly and Adrian, you guys are so rockiness. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Pam. We love you. Thank you.
Awesome. Yep. Love all you guys out there. Hit the thumbs up button. So I can get some beer. It helps in the algorithm
and subscribe, definitely.
Yeah. So things I'm figuring out as I'm getting deeper and deeper in the YouTube game.
There you go. Oh man, what a game!
Yeah, Philly has proven that they can't beat the best defense in the playoffs these last 2 years. Can we beat the best offense this year? That's Trevor. I wonder if you. Oh, Philly has proven. I think you might have misworded that, because they just beat the best.
They just beat the best defense.
Oh, they beat the best defense in the land.
Can they prove the best offense?
I think you meant to say can. Philly's proven that they can beat the best defense in the playoffs in the last 2 years. Can we beat the best offense this year? That's why I picked the question, because that's how I was reading it initially, and then I saw the can't. But I don't think the can't was meant.
Yeah.
So can we beat the best offense this year? That's an interesting question, because this defense struggles more when you have a quarterback that gets the ball out quicker, like the Saints, like Tom Brady you had in the Super Bowl. They're better against teams where it's like deeper play action, like the Rams, like you saw last year against Atlanta. Even Minnesota likes to run the ball a lot. Well, they did last year. So it's not as favorable of a matchup for the defense. But, this is a matchup also where you look at from the Eagles offense perspective. I mean, you're putting up 28 plus points per game now since week 12. You can score on this defense. So it's going to be a shootout both ways.
Yeah, it's going to be a shootout. I think the Eagles can definitely score more points. And I think they can score in New Orleans. Yeah. It's going to be a high-scoring game, I think.
Yeah, Trevor Patrick says, I meant can. My bad. See, that's the crazy thing about a question, man. Just one little slight typo makes the craziest of mistakes. Maddox stayed biting. Yeah, see, that's a problem with a lot of these cornerbacks. Well, that was a problem with him even in the college tape, and I thought maybe he was starting to overcome it. When you play him more off, he's more comfortable.
Well, maybe he had to go through that today to be ready for it against the Saints. That's how one way to look at it, because he's going to get a lot of attention on that this week preparing, so it's going to be fresh in his mind.
I guess the question with Wallace, even if they want to play him, who do you deactivate?
I don't think Wallace is going to play.
I'm not sure. I wonder if they're gonna if somebody goes down with an injury, they'll let him. I don't know.
I mean, the only guy I don't know, Jordan Matthews would be the guy.
Yeah, I was thinking Shelton Gibson because he has.
Gibson. Yeah.
How did we do it, Wentz? All right, we'll talk about that after the year.
Yeah, Wentz, Foles, that's for off season.
Yeah, I don't want to.
I don't want to jinx it or get fighting amongst Eagle fans.
Yeah, let's not start a fight. Because you know why I don't want to start a fight? Because Dave Posey said they're giving us another playoff game. Wow, exactly.
That's it. We got another game.
John Fitzpatrick says, I can't watch Clemson, Alabama. I've got nothing left. He's probably like me, dude. I watched the game. I'm absolutely exhausted. I can't believe they won. Wow.
Yeah. No more games for me. I gotta have to relax after this game. I'll later tonight before I go to bed, I'll rewatch this whole game.
Yeah. No, same. What I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna write the recap.
Yeah.
Billy Influencer, and then I'm gonna watch the game again. That's exactly
there you go.
Cool. All right, you got final thoughts?
Great win, hell of a game, and let's get ready for New Orleans.
All right. So as we sign off, I just want to thank Nicholas as we blow out the candles on another Eagles victory. Falling down. London Bridge is falling down. I shouldn't have done that. I'm gonna have to put stuff back up. Well, at least it came down at the end. All right,
came down the end.
That's Philly 500. I'm Adrian. Thank you. Let me make sure that nothing catches on fire. Peace.